357. Have you heard the news? Have you heard the good news?
Five, four, three.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Coming up, we have an interview with esteemed news guy Philip DeFranco. Tantalizing segments such as catching up with Tila Tequila. Are these foods bad for you? Drinking the tea and eating the beef. News and weather. And a special guest singer accompanying the Honey, I Shrunk the Band. Regular viewers know that we had to move Dyson Spheres since our little white dwarf is dying. Thanks to that, we get to move news sectors and now cover Earth news.
Debated.
For new viewers, we have Vicky on the camera.
I am not just your camera woman, thank you very much. I keep this whole station safe. Also, I destroy all you fucknuts in board games every week, so suck my dick.
Millennial Mike on weather and soundboard.
I killed Mike and took his job, and one day it will be you.
Blue on the board. Let's do some news, shall we? Speaking of white dwarves, Kimstar is in the news. The Popcorn Prince himself calling out Ethan from H3H3 again for a round of boxing. Kimstar was a host on the latest YouTube versus TikTok fight night. It was actually pretty good. Little Timmy, what did you think of the fight?
That's not my name, but that's okay. How you doing? Whoa, blurry. We're back.
Can I kiss your
Yeah, the
friends?
fight was pretty good. It was probably the most entertaining fight out of all of them. Keemstar released recently that there's going to be another fight, like the LA Skywriting, like everyone's going to be doing it.
Oh yeah.
It makes Austin versus, well, this might be, I think this is from Drama Alert. Austin versus KSI,
Great.
Vinny versus Gibb, Bryce versus Deji, DDJ versus Jarvis, the Butler. I don't know who these people are, but that might be good. There's like 5% of me that enjoys Keemstar.
Oh, yeah.
And the bro culture, fighting drama, and watching everyone get called out for no reason on Twitter. It's pretty great.
Not bad. Maybe Kim will be host more often. He sure likes to call people out to fight.
Speaking of 5% and Ethan Klein, if you're an H3H3 fan, you know how much 5% is.
I've got to go.
Thinks that 5%.
Actually, 45 out of 45,
Yeah.
55, and
Yeah.
I'm like, take highlights, you take 5% to pay the crew.
No.
Highlights and 5% of frenemies. You
I take 5% extra from the podcast revenue.
I thought that's what the 5% went towards. I don't want the 5%. I even said that to Ethan so many times yesterday. Like, I don't.
5% cut thing where it's like I get a 5% cut to cover everything that I've spoken about. We pay for the set and everything else we split. Yeah. Percent of all the members, even though we work and do all the work. I don't know why you fight me on money. The deal you have is beyond reasonable.
What other funny stories can you tell me before we go on the air?
Trish, she made like 40 videos with like 15 ads on each video. Like, gotta give it to her. She knows how to milk it. She knows how to get the cash. Like, without the drama, I don't know what she would. I guess her OnlyFans is pretty good, but I think they're just trying to look for anything to attach the reason to be mad at, and that's like all they have, which is nothing. Like, no one does anything for 5%. Especially like what they do. Like, they do the thumbnails, they do the editing, they do the get the hired on the guests, even though there has there been any guests in frenemies? I don't know. But they do so much, and for 5%, like other companies, like All Gas No Breaks, they're taking 70%. Like, I know that guy was getting completely ripped off, but that's just one case. Like, it happens all the time. Like, you gotta pay for, like, and then Trisha's stuff, she does no thumbnails, she doesn't edit any of her content. It's like her on the floor, which is fine, but
Nope.
how could she like come off? If she would have just waited, she would have had her own producer. She probably would have had her own little team and her own little part of the H3 empire, but it was so short-sighted. Now what? Curious to see what Ethan is on sitting on his piles of gold, if he's gonna bring anybody into frenemies, or if they're just gonna. I wouldn't mind more just H3. I love that show. I've been a member. Like, Hila Klein is the true queen of YouTube. All those Friday shows after dark are great. I love when the crew just talks to themselves and gets crazy. It's the best.
Shout out to his family.
Shout out to them. Shout out to their families.
Is this even news? Is this the hell I'm trapped in now? God save us all.
Another H3H3 news. He had Steven Crowder on to debate on Monday's show. That kind of went a little crazy. He pretty much ambushed Steven Crowder, and the whole thing went... He pretty much set up a fake interview with Sam Cedar and a Trojan horse to backdoor Steven Crowder. He set it up as a normal debate, and then halfway through he switched it on him. If you don't know, Steven Crowder's the guy with the table meme that says, like, debate me. He acts like he's a debate ad-lib on-the-spot god, but when he is pressured with anything, he seems to just crumble and yell and do jokes that don't even make any sense at all. Like, of course, you can look good when you're debating college students randomly and just have the upper hand in the edit. Like, the edit is huge. You could just make it sound like you won every single argument. He was supposed to debate Sam Cedar years back before his dad pulled the plug, worrying that it would kill his whole career. So now he's been avoiding Sam Cedar like the plague. So Ethan, with some Art of War, Trojan horse shit, got in Sam Cedar, and they pretty much yelled over each other for 20 minutes, and then when they ended, they both acted like they both won on each of their podcasts. So some people are shitting on Ethan for doing some backdoor shenanigans. Of course, the left thinks Ethan won, the right thinks Crowder won. I like to stay out of that whole thing, but it would be nice to see Ethan actually try to debate the guy. But like you said, he's not a master debater, he's a comedian, so it wouldn't be unfair ground. Which I kind of disagree. I mean, Crowder is a comedian too. I mean, comedian. Like, just try it. I don't know, it'd be interesting. I kind of just want to see it for the entertainment. So, curious to see where this goes. You know, Crowder isn't just going to let him have the W, if he even did. I don't know, these guys are going to be yelling at each other for months like him and Keemstar. So, there's that. It was entertaining. It went trending on Monday. Yeah.
I don't normally do the interview.
Hey guys. So, I'm not sure if you noticed this or not, but I'm pretty sure you have because it's literally everywhere. I told you that the demonic horsemen have been released upon the earth. So, like, everywhere you look, it's literally like everyone's under demonic possession. It's like even violence on the airplanes, people screaming like animals. You know, literally. Remember last year I told y'all that I was the fifth angel who was given the keys to the bottomless pit, and then I, fell from the sky, and then I went down into the middle of Babylon. Remember when all those people were getting shot? That I'm the fifth angel who sounds the fifth trumpet, who releases all the, demonic horsemen from the bottomless pit onto the earth. And then right after that, the coronavirus. It's crazy how much has happened in such a short period of time. And now you can see literally everyone's under demonic possession. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Quit attaching yourself to this. But I wanted to tell you guys that since the demonic horsemen have filled the earth, and that's what happened with me at the end of my years in Hollywood. They thought they were going to catch me, like, oh, so she wants to be a Christian now. Okay, so she just go to one of our churches. And that's how those Christians...
We're rolling as we speak still.
Subscribe.